Hey guys, it's Stephen Freeborn here from freeborntrainingsystems.com. And real quick, I thought it might be helpful if I take you through kind of how I go about planning for my weekly grocery shopping trip. That way I I limit the amount of time I have to spend in the store, but also that way I know that what I'm buying is going to actually be used and eaten during the week. And I kind of have a nice laid out plan of what I'm going to eat for the following week. So I'll take you through it. I do it in Google Drive, so that's where I'm going to show you guys on my laptop exactly kind of the spreadsheet I use and how I think about it and how I organize it. So the way I lay it out is I usually start with meals. So what meals would I like to make for the upcoming week? And I usually lay it out by 3 to 4 meals. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which typically usually end up being kind of the 2 meals I flip-flop around a lot. So I'll have one thing for lunch one day and then one thing for dinner the next. So I'll kind of go back and forth. So I'll usually lump those together when I'm doing my planning. And then I'll also come up with the sides that I want to have for maybe those meals to kind of mix and match with them. And then I'll also, any kind of snacks that I'd like to have, and any desserts I'd like to make. So I kind of break it up like that. And I won't always have meals or things to make in each of these categories, but just in case I have it laid out that way. And then the way I break it down meal type is something that comes from the good people at Precision Nutrition. Just this ideal that meals that are lower in carb usually are things that we eat any time of the day. Things that are a little higher in carb are typically things we try to eat post-workout. So the way I typically think about it is I'll have a lot of anytime meals and maybe 1 or 2 things that I can eat post-workout. And if I ever run out of my post-workout meal and I need to eat an anytime meal after I work out, it's very easy just to throw in something that's kind of a little bit starchier. Some bread or a tortilla or some potatoes, very, very easy. But here's one grocery list that I'll show you guys. So you guys can kind of see it. It's my breakfast. And these are all actually meals and recipes I actually got out of the Precision Nutrition Gourmet Nutrition Cookbook. So this is kind of a little bit more of my thought out grocery list, if you will, something that I took a lot of time to think about, and now that I have the grocery list, no matter what, I can always use this grocery list and know what meals I can make with the things on it. So it kind of, if I'm running behind one week or it's a little bit busier week and I don't have time to really sit down for an hour, I can just pull out an old grocery list, head to the store. So it's a great way to kind of save you time if you need to. And then below the meals I want to make is where I'll actually list out, as you can see, kind of each food group and what I need to buy to make those meals. So I'll lay it out by meat, which you can label it whatever you want, but I do meat, veggies, fruit, dairy, grains, spices and herbs, so things you need to season stuff, nuts. You could also label that, I guess, fats if you wanted to, and put your nuts and oils in there. And then miscellaneous, things that I have a hard time categorizing, but that I need, or if you need to get toiletries or house supplies, those kinds of things, they can go on this area of your shopping list. So then, yeah, I got the things that I put under these categories come from the recipes to make these meals out of Gourmet Nutrition. I'll list them out, and then I'll just hit the store, and I have a good idea of how much I need to get for myself, or if I'm also going to make some meals for me and my wife, then I know how much I need to get or have a rough estimate. So I usually don't write in the exact amounts. And it's not a thing that I spend a lot of time worrying about. It just takes up more time. But at least this way I have a pretty good solid plan of what I need to get when I walk into the store. Here's another sample grocery list. So this is one that's a little bit simpler. It's probably a better representation of what I do on a weekly basis. So I'll have, my breakfasts, all the different combinations of stuff I need, some chicken breast, some chili, very simple meals, simple things to cook, a bunch of different sides, so some asparagus, some mushrooms, some different veggies, some crackers for my chili because I don't really like eating chili without crackers, some snacky stuff, so some trail mix or some Quest bars to tide me over if I can't get a meal in right when I'd like to. And then for this one I didn't have any desserts, so no worries. And then the constitutive parts I'll list out again underneath my categories, and then I'll have this list and I'll hit the store and I'll buy it all. So It's not really complicated. It's the best system I have. I'm sure there's a way more complicated, way more complex way to approach this, but it's really the way I found to work best for me. And granted, if you're somebody who's feeding a family of 4 or a family of 5, your grocery list is going to be a lot bigger. It's going to have probably a lot more options and a lot more quantity of food. But the principles of planning and the system of planning can still be the same. You're just going to have more meals that you probably want to make. You're going to have more ingredients at the very bottom that you need to buy. But I hope this kind of, again, I'm not trying to push this onto you and make this your system. What I'm trying to do is show you how I do it and how I go about thinking about planning, so that way you may be able to use that as a template for yourself in your own situation and your own family or your own lifestyle, and then you can start kind of making the system your own. Planning and preparation is really key if we want to eat properly, especially if we're busy people who work a lot, who have families. You just can't leave this kind of stuff up to chance. You have to plan, you have to do some preparation. Like I said, it doesn't have to be that in depth. Mine's very simple, it's pretty straightforward. But I hope this helps. If you guys have any questions or want to see more or talk more about it, please let me know. I'd be happy. I'll make another video, we can jump on a call or anything like that. But I hope this helps you guys out and gives you some idea of maybe how I do it, and then hopefully you can use it as a template for yourself. But until then, I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and bye.